Hobbs Shaw is the next installment in the Fast and Furious franchise, and it's also the very first spin-off movie in the Fast and Furious franchise. It stars Dwayne Johnson, Jason Statham, Vanessa Kirby, and Idris Elba. Now, the plot of this movie is so ridiculous, even by Fast and Furious standards, that I'm going to try to tell you the plot of the movie spoiler-free without laughing my ass off. So, Idris Elba basically plays the Terminator. And they even made a joke about him being a Terminator in the movie. But he's basically the Terminator. He's this super robotic AI human that's trying to get this virus that Vanessa Kirby's character has to do what else? Take over the world. World domination, basically. And Hobbs and Shaw have to stop him, basically. Now, did that sound ridiculous for a Fast and Furious movie? Good. Now, when it comes to the Fast and Furious movies, I'm not a massive fan of the franchise, but I like the franchise enough to go see a new movie when it comes out in theaters, own them all on Blu-ray, watch them every once in a while. But it's not like a series that I want to dive into the lore of it and, make up fan theories and stuff like that. I just like the movies for what they are. And what they are to me is really over-the-top, fun action movies. 2, 3, and 4 I wasn't really a huge fan of, but 1, 5, 6, 7, and 8 I love all of them. They're fun. Now let me ask you a question. Do you like stupid, over-the-top, cheesy 90s style action movies? You do? Great. Then you're gonna love this movie. This movie is all of that, and I freaking loved every single minute of it. Ever since Fast 5, the Fast and Furious franchise has understood that this franchise should be, this over-the-top cheesiness, not taking itself seriously, because that was my issues with 2, 3, and 4. They took themselves a little bit too dramatic and serious than they should have, when really these are just movies about fast cars and fast racing. Why would you try to bring in serious and legitimately dark aspects to it? Not that they ever tried to be dark, but you know what I mean. These movies, for me, are meant to be fun, over the top, and Hobbs and Shaw gives us a lot, and I mean a lot of that. So right off with my positives, I love Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham. I absolutely love them as these characters, and they play off great. They don't like each other, they're constantly giving each other shit, trying to one-up each other, and it's awesome to see. I knew that they were going to be the best part of the movie when I saw that scene in the trailer where they're going through these 2 rooms, and Jason Statham has to beat up a bunch of bad guys, and Dwayne Johnson just has one guy that he just punches and knocks out. And Jason Statham's trying to show that he's got some badass moves, and Dwayne Johnson is like, yeah, whatever. I knew they were going to be the best part of the movie just by seeing that. And they are my favorite part of the movie. There's a lot of trying to one-up each other, and also a lot of dick jokes between them. A lot of dick and balls jokes, and little too many for my liking. And I really love Vanessa Kirby in this movie. I don't really know much about her filmography. The only thing major that I've seen her in is Mission Impossible Fallout. And while she was good in that movie, she didn't really do a whole lot. Here, she has a lot more to do. She's kicking ass just as much as Jason Statham and Dwayne Johnson, and it's awesome to see. I really want to see more of her in these movies, or just more action movies with her in general. She was really, really awesome. And Idris Elba, aka Black Superman in this movie, because that's what he calls himself, is so cool. I love Idris Elba so much. He was the right choice to be in this movie. I can't imagine this role played by anyone else. He delivers all the awesome bad guy stuff. He was perfectly over the top, yet taken serious when he needed to be, and he was threatening. That's something I didn't expect so much. I expected him to just be a stereotypical bad guy type sense, but he was actually kind of threatening with some of the stuff he could do as this robotic Terminator-like human. And yes, I said it all throughout this video, and I'm gonna say it again, the over-the-top action is why we go to see these movies, or at least it's what I did. It delivers on everything. There's fast cars, there's machine guns, there's a car going underneath a tanker truck with Idris Elba following behind him, and it's stuff that you would just, that wouldn't happen, but you gotta turn that side of your brain off and just say, yeah, that was pretty awesome. Because let's be honest, if you take these action scenes seriously, if you take these action scenes in, say, Casino Royale or Mission Impossible, you're gonna hate these. You're gonna hate what they do with these because they're not meant to be taken seriously. They're meant to be fun. They're meant to be taken so you can just sit back, watch what's going on, shove popcorn in your face, and just say, yeah, Fast and Furious. And the fact that these movies just started off from an arcade game or some sort of console game, I'm okay with the over-the-topness. I'm okay with the ridiculousness that they're taking these movies. I like the direction they're going with them. Now, in terms of legit issues, like, not like the technical stuff, but like legit issues that I personally didn't like about the movie, there is a scene in the third act. We saw it in the trailer. It's where it's with Dwayne Johnson's family in Samoa. That scene felt a little bit tacked on, even though I really liked it. I love what they do in that part, but it seemed like the movie was going to end at a certain point. But then when you see Idris Elba's character towards the end of that scene, I kind of said to myself, oh, we're going to keep going. And then we get into the scene with Dwayne Johnson's family, and I was like, okay, it seemed like it should have ended at a certain point, and it did feel a bit tacked on, even though I really liked it. And that's basically my main issue as a whole with this movie. It is a really long movie, and it felt like that last act could have been shrunk down a little bit or paced a little bit better, or honestly just taken out completely. Even though I do like what they do, it did feel tacked on. And there's a lot of shaky cam in this movie because of the over-the-top ridiculous stuff, and I didn't like it. I don't like shaky cam. The only shaky cam I liked in action movies are the original Jason Bourne trilogy. But besides that, I don't really feel like any action movie has captured how stylistic you can make shaky cam. And this one definitely didn't do that. I had to look away a few times because my eyes were just irritating me from all the shakiness that was going on. It's like, you can do, we've shown nowadays, like with the John Wick movies, that you can do really over-the-top impressive actions and stunt work without doing shaky cam. I don't know why it was done here, and there is a lot of that camera tricks where the camera just flips around, kind of like what we saw in Furious 7, and that stuff I liked. It's the shaky cam aspect of that I didn't really like. So in the end, I loved Hobbs Shaw. I really, really did. I had a lot of fun with this movie. I would honestly take a sequel to this movie. Hobbs Shaw 2, or to just see Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham pair up in more movies like this. They really work great off each other, and the cheesy aspects, it's at like a level 10, and I loved it. If you know what these movies are about, especially nowadays, then you're probably going to like this movie. If you don't like the cheesy over-the-topness that these movies give, then you're probably not going to like this movie. So just no expectations what you're getting into, and you'll definitely have fun with this movie. Hobbs & Shaw is a definite Blu-ray purchase for me. It's the perfect movie to just sit back, relax, and just have an over-the-top action movie good time. It sounded weird, but it didn't mean to be taken weird. Anyway, point is, I loved this movie, and I would definitely watch it again. So if you've seen Hobbs & Shaw, let me know what you thought about it in the comment section, and what's your favorite Fast and the Furious movie? I need to rewatch the movies to give you my overall favorite. It was, when I originally saw the movies, it was Furious 7, but I'm leaning more towards either Fast 5 or Fast and Furious 6. I don't know, I gotta rewatch all the movies, but whatever your thoughts on all that is, let me know in the comment section. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, click right here, and I will see you guys next time.